What's up, witches? So, I got asked what witchcraft has to do with yoga and spiritual practices. And it really all boils down to, it's all the same underlying belief. It's all about grounding your energy and then building up your energy and then casting that out into actionable intent in your life. So to start out, you have earth energy, north, south, northeast, northeast, southwest energies. You got earth energy first. That's the Archangel Uriel. He brings knowledge, and he's about abundance and things that come from the earth, which abundance is usually money or food, stuff like that. Those are sources of abundance. Then you have air, which is Raphael. He is about strength and healing, and because he's air energy, that is all about healing negative thought patterns and healing negative thought patterns and kind of healing the way that we speak so that we don't engage in these kind of thought patterns anymore. So he's more about words and thoughts and how you use them. Then you have Michael, which is fire, which is passion. He's a trial by fire type of angel. He's the kind of thing where if you're having a problem with something and you call upon him, he will pretty much engulf your life in whatever it is that bothers you until you get sick enough of it that enough passion builds in you to break the cycle to get you away from that. So he helps in the way of burning things away, using fire energy. Also, the passion to create new cycles comes from fire energy. That's what makes you passionate enough to keep trying to do something over and over and over again. Even though you fail, you find a new way to do it. You keep trying, you keep trying. That's where that fire energy passion comes from. Like when you're practicing yoga, that would be the prana that you feel, that shaking, that burn in your muscles. And then you have Gabriel for water, and I say he, but it's, I don't know, I see angels as mostly masculine energy, but they're really not anything. That's all about compassion and perspective. It's about changing your perspective to try and see it through someone else's eyes, empathy, and figuring out their perspective so that you can figure out how they came to the conclusion. Figuring out their perspective so that you can empathize with why they're doing what they're doing, so that you can essentially just accept them for who they are, is really what that boils down. The compassion to allow people, mostly if we're doing this kind of work, to destroy themselves. Because you have to look at the ways that you destroy yourself. We're all balancing that out. That's all something we work on balancing out. We're all stuck between being healthy and being unhealthy, and things that we do in that nature too. So this transcends into all practices. Tai Chi is all about building up energy through movement, focusing it, casting it out. Yoga is the same thing. You sit there, you ground, you stretch, you create space, you expand. Those are all different aspects of yourself on different levels of yourself that you're working on, and you're using these same energies. You're still putting, your body, which is that's your earth. That's what you have been given. It's made from the earth. It's what has been given to you to conduct your energy through. So that's why taking care of the vessel is also important. So that's where you get into the health things, where people are trying to be healthy. I'm not telling you to do yoga or anything else like that. Everybody has their way. doesn't matter if you sit and you meditate for 30 minutes a day, or if you do yoga for 30 minutes a day, or if you walk in the woods for 30 minutes a day, or if you do sleep hypnosis, or you do talking meditations, or if you listen to monks, or whatever it is that you do as a spiritual practice that grounds you. That is your time to put into action or to call upon these other energies to organize yourself. So while you're using your earth energy to ground down during these practices, you need to call upon strength and healing to break these negative cycles, call upon changing your thought patterns. That's what you should be focusing on, is focusing on changing those areas. When you're calling upon fire and passion, you're supposed to be calling on what you're passionate about and what triggers your things that you're passionate about. And if it's a negative trigger, you need to figure out how to flip that using water energy and compassion to flip it into something that is more positive, bring a different change, a different cycle change. So then it cycles all the way back around to you, source, the fifth energy, earth, air, fire, water, source, goddess, whatever it is, where you're casting it out. And at that point, when it's all said and done and you've released all that out, all you have to do is listen for these energies when they speak to you later. Earth will grant you an opportunity to do something that you've asked to do, or not. It'll grant you the knowledge that you're looking for. I mentioned Becca she wanted to learn more about chakras, and I was having a hard time explaining it to her over the phone, and boom, she walked past a Edgar Cayce center that was having a speaker on chakras the next day. The universe will give you these opportunities if you ask for them. You just have to be able to take action when you see them. You have to be able to see the opportunity and be willing to take it with your earth energy. You have to be able to keep your mind focused on what it is you're doing with your air energy. You need to keep your fires burning and your passions burning with your fire energy, and you need to keep your emotions balanced and not allow them to put out your fire. So, and as I said with the aliens and all that come into, is it doesn't matter how you're focusing your energy, where you're drawing your energy from. You are either feel that you are source-based energy that's coming from outside of the earth, grounding to the earth, or you feel like you are earthbound energies that is grounding out. As above, so below, we are all still doing the same thing. So that's my little ramble on how spiritual practices in witchcraft is all the same thing. All right, witches, I'll talk to you later.